What's going on, guys? Your boy, Coach Anthony, trainer of champions. I work with world champions, former world champions, world title contenders, national amateur champions, Olympians, MMA fighters at the Bellator and the UFC level. You name them, I've worked with them, and now I'm here to work with you. Today, what I want to talk about is the jab and several ways that I like to utilize range when I'm using my jab. So I'm going to talk about the 3 ways that I like to utilize the jab when I'm working my range with the jab. See, because the jab is the #1 punch in boxing and the most important punch in boxing for those who don't know. I mean, most people should know this. If you're a boxing fan or a boxer or a coach, you know that the jab is the #1 punch in boxing. But it's without a doubt a fantastic way, matter of fact, the #1 way to find your range, okay? So, I'm gonna demonstrate what I'm talking about right now. If I'm boxing somebody, right now, the footwork is the key here. The footwork is the key here. And there's very subtle footwork things that you're gonna be doing. The basics, you know what I mean? But you gotta know how to utilize the basics in this situation. So, first things first, and I'm gonna move laterally. I may move forward and back. We'll see what comes to my head right now. But if I'm right here and I'm boxing, right? The first thing I like to do is I kind of like to creep into range or skate up into range. And when I throw my jab, I don't like to step. Now, I know a lot of guys who teach boxing always tell you, step with your jab, step with your jab. Oh, you gotta step with your jab. That's how you get the distance, or that's how you get the power. And that is right to a certain degree. Yes, you get the power from the step. Yes, you close the distance with the step. But if you have a good eye, if you have good experience, good picture memory, if you know where you are, you don't have to step. And in reality, the power of the jab comes from the shoulder snap, not just the step. Now, the step does help generate power, but if you got a good shoulder snap, you're gonna get some good power on the jab. So let me demonstrate. If I'm boxing, whether my hands are high or if I'm fighting out that Philly shell, right, no matter what I'm doing, once I feel like I'm in range, I'm just gonna pop the jab, okay? So if I'm creeping up, pop. Now look what I do. I'm here, I'm creeping up, I stop, pop, and I throw the jab. See it one more time. Bop, bop, bop. See what I'm doing? I step up, I feel like I'm in range, bop, and I just pop that jab. Now, I didn't step. And the reason I don't step is because if I throw the jab that way and I'm in range, I don't need to step, because if I step, I can overcommit and end up getting caught with a right hand or a hook or any counter jab that person might be throwing, especially if I'm the taller guy. If I'm the taller guy and I'm trying to utilize that jab and I creep up and I'm in range already and then I step, I walk into it. But if I pop it pop from right there, I can hit him and hopefully he can't hit me, okay? Another thing that helps me do is it helps me find out if I need to step. So maybe I'm creeping up and I see that it didn't reach. So I'll be like, okay, it didn't reach, but then I can step on the next one. Leading into the next one is gonna be a traditional stepping jab, right? So if I'm trying to creep up to my opponent, right, I'm creeping up, bop, maybe I pop the jab, bop, maybe I pop the jab, maybe I see that he's a little bit out of range, I just take the step, bop. So I do it again, no step, bop, step, bop, and that's just a basic step. I took the step with the front foot, I follow the back foot. The steps have to be small on both the front step and the back step. You don't want to take a big step. You don't want to hop. You don't want to do what I see some guys do where they go, ah! You don't want to do that. You want to take very subtle, very small steps. You know what I mean? When you step with the jab, boxing's a game of inches, no different from your feet. It's literally inches that you're stepping. And the last one, which is going to be the half step. Now, if you watch my springboard video, I talk about how you can keep one foot planted and step or step or step or step. I talk about that in the springboard video. Bang, 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 whatever. you can do this half step with a jab also. Now I like this only when I'm out of range, I'm controlling range, and I'm throwing a single jab. I would never do this on a double jab. So I'll demonstrate. If I'm boxing and I'm here, and I find out that all I need is a step where I may go, bop. Now look, only the front foot went, bop, and then I'll get out of range. So I could be here, right? I could be giving you my footwork, right? Moving around, bop, controlling my range. I pop one jab, walk off, bop, bop. See that? Single jab, bop. There's no way you're gonna do a double jab with a single step. So it's only gonna work on a single jab. I'm controlling it, bop, right? Then maybe I double it, bop, bop, with a traditional step. Maybe I creep up, bop, 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 and then step. So those are the three ways that I would do it. The first way is I don't step. I just find my range and I snap that jab. The second way is I give you a traditional full step where I step the front foot and follow up with the back foot. And then the last way is the half step. Sort of when you're controlling range, you're in and then you just step right out. I hope that helps. Utilize that in your shadow boxing. Okay, practice it in your game. And make sure you go to the website, Coach Anthony Boxing. I still got that footwork video. I still got that Philly show video up. The right hand lead, exactly what it sounds like. You're leading with the right hand. Now, I should rephrase. We should call this the lead cross, because southpaws, you guys can do it from the southpaw position. That would be a left hand lead. I'm so sorry you guys get left out like this, you know what I mean? But either way, it's the right hand lead. So, the way I like to set it up, now this is my personal preference, is I kind of like to do it. Exactly, Eddie kind of just did it without even noticing, right? He put all that weight on his lead leg. Now the reason why I like that is because when you put the weight on the lead leg, people have a tendency of following your head. Pause, right? When pause. But people have a tendency of following your head. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to edit that out. Right, no, we're going to keep that. That's why you guys come to Coach Anthony Boxing. But by the way, we don't rehearse this. This is off the top of the head. I was talking to Eddie about this, and I said, we ain't going to rehearse because we don't got to. That's how authentic and real this channel is. We don't rehearse our videos. We just do them. All right, I'm doing a lot of talking. Let's get to the point here. All right, so he puts his weight over his lead leg. Now look, I'm boxing him. As he's doing that, I'm thinking this hand is coming. You see what I'm saying? And as I'm looking for that, bang, catches me with the right hand lead. Okay, let's come over here, a little bit over here. So, when you're setting it up, maybe you throw a left hook to the body one time, right? Bang, right? So you throw it again. Bang. So now he's throwing that hook to the body, right? So you throw that hook to the body. Bang, right? So you see what I gotta do, right? I gotta respect that shot. So get the right hand lead off that same movement. Boom! Catches me with the right hand lead, right? Do it again. I go ahead to block that hook to the body. Bang! I walk right into the right hand lead. So basically what he's doing is he's kind of drifting that weight over that lead leg. Another thing that does is when he does that, look at his body, right? When he leans over that lead leg, look at this shoulder. It is now closer to the target. And that's what people fail to realize about the right hand lead or the lead cross, however you want to call it, right? When he goes ahead, see right now, it would be disrespectful if he throws the right hand lead from back there. You see what I'm saying? Because if he throws it from back there, I can see it. But when he disguises it with his upper body, I don't know. When he's in this position, he can throw anything. Because if he threw a left hook to the head from this position, there's some power on that. Put it on. Do it again. Do it again. He could put power on that hook from that position. So when he shifts over this way, I gotta respect the fact that all the weight's on his front leg. But also, he's disguising that shoulder where he could go ahead, throw the right hand lead, and roll out. Now, when you land the right hand lead, there's two escape routes. Now, I think it does depend on what the situation is. I think if you do like a little hop step into the right hand lead, then I typically like to step and pivot left off that shot naturally for me. So if we're here, let's say you're setting it up, right? Go ahead, keep moving. Right hand lead, bang, right? Go ahead, do it again, right hand lead, bang. See where he goes? He goes to his left. You can put something on the catch. All right, ready? And go. Okay? Another time you would use that same right hand lead is against the southpaw, right? If I'm here and I'm pop my jab, boom. Now look, he goes left. Pivot left. He could walk off from the cross. Okay? Come over here. Show him this over here. I was going this side. If I throw that straight, I'm gonna do it one more time. If I throw the jab and he slips left, bang, he catches me here, he pivots out that way. Now, he can also throw that right hand lead from right there and then shoot and go this way. So it really just depends on the situation, right? If he's boxing a righty, like I said, if he's a boxer, another key to landing that right hand lead also. See, it's getting real technical now, right? This stuff just starts flowing in my brain. This stuff's in here. See this brain? That's where all the information is, right? But look, if we're boxing, and I'm boxing Eddie, right? I'm working my jab. Look what Eddie's doing. I was just yo, this is why we got a chemistry that nobody can freaking, pause by the way, but we got a chemistry, right? As I'm boxing him, he is putting his body on an angle. He's already beat me with his rear foot. He's got that foot outside. He's already on this side of my body. When he shoots, he's already out of there. So it's all about the positioning of the body also when you decide that you want to let the shot go. Because if he just shoots the right hand lead from the middle, you know what I mean, it's a little bit more dangerous. But when he's over here, he's beat me already to that side, he can lure me to sleep and let that shot go. That's a lot for one video, guys. I know I'm going all over. I tend to do that. But the right hand lead is a fantastic, fantastic punch. It's a punch that you guys should definitely work on. And like I said, the way you work on it is learning how to distribute your weight and learning how to shoot them shots from right there. And that will come over time with practice. Now, what I want to work on today is something that's a very slick move. Most slick fighters like Eddie and you see a lot of these other fighters use it. It's called a check hook. Now the check hook, I'll demonstrate first before I have Eddie do it. But the first things first with the check hook, for me personally, when I'm throwing a check hook, in reality the check hook is to set up the hook over the right hand most of the time, right? So what I would do for me to set up a check hook is I like to drop my left hand kind of like in a Philly shell position, because it invites that right hand to come in, right? And as he throws that right hand, boom, I throw the hook and pivot at the same time. Now, a couple of things you have to take note to. The front foot pivots kind of like a quarter turn. Only thing I'm doing is throwing the hook at the same time. Another thing that I like to do is I like to drop my rear shoulder back just to create a little distance, because for one, I'm setting up the right hand. So if I do it here and he has a quick right hand, there's a chance that he can still catch me before I make the move, especially when things are happening in real speed. You don't see shots. So what I like to do is drop my shot back. So now if he goes to the right hand, he's still kind of reaching with it. And then from right there, I just throw the hook. So I'll just go bang, right over the top. And what I do from right there is either I'll follow up with another shot, or I'll just simply slide out, circle out, and get out safely. So we'll have Eddie Chambers right here demonstrated on the mitts, right? So he's on the ropes. He'll be setting the trap, right? So right now, I'm working at, his left hand's low. What do all trainers say? Throw the right hand. Throw the right hand. As I go to throw, walk right into that check hook, all right? It's a beautiful punch. When you see fighters who really know how to execute this punch, man, it's just a beautiful thing to see. And you can knock a guy out. Think about Floyd Mayweather, Ricky Hatton, and just go in history, man. All the slick fighters all had this in their style. So, for instance, I'm here, like I said. All right, I'm over here, and then from right there, you can follow up, or you can simply circle out. Let's do it one more time on the ropes. As I'm throwing, right there. Another time you can throw it too is if I'm here and I'm just boxing him, for instance, and we're on the inside, and maybe he just wants to get off the ropes from right there. Just throw it as he's pivoting. Maybe I throw the body shot. Maybe I throw the hook to the body. Bam. Check hooks me and throws it. If I got my left hand low, which a lot of guys like to do, as I come over here, He could throw it as I'm slipping over, bang, and he could drop that shot on me too. I'm giving y'all too much right now, but that's what that's basically how you execute the shots. A few of the setups for it. Nice check hook, add it into your game, add it into your shadow boxing. I hope that helps. Boxing mic. All right, and also guys, I know I talk a lot about going to the website and checking out the courses and whatnot, but we also got some free stuff in the description, man. So make sure you guys go to the description. I got a bunch of free stuff in there. So if you guys want some freebies, make sure you guys go to the description. All you're gonna have to do is drop your email in there and you guys are hooked up.